It's your boy B Wood Cooks, your favorite online cook. Make sure you hit that follow button or subscribe. I know that was corny, but who cares? This is a holiday recap video where I'm taking some of my recipes from last year on Thanksgiving and I'm gonna compile it in one big video. Oh my God, this is so great. The recipes will be in the description. There's some recipes and videos I couldn't put up because the music on the video, I can't monetize and use it now. I'm so dumb. I should have saved the video without the music, but who cares? But there's enough here. I hope you enjoy it. Make sure you hit that follow button and subscribe button. If you don't, you're fraud, and let's get it. I thought I was getting the whole turkey. I guess I didn't read correctly. This is a young turkey breast. Hardest thing to do with the turkey is keep it moist. That's the first thing we're gonna work on. Key to a good turkey is always the butter. Because we want it flavorful and we want that herby, earthy taste, we're gonna add some thyme and rosemary. You guys know I love flavor. Make sure you put a little garlic paste in. Butter burns easily, so add a little olive oil to the butter. This is key. Now you're gonna mix it together. So make sure you put butter all over this turkey. See, you come with the dry turkey, they're gonna talk about you. You don't want to do that. So we're gonna get feisty and we're gonna inject it with some juices. I'm not gonna tell you who this is from. They don't pay me for advertising. I transferred my turkey to a baking dish. Now let's finish preparing. Put whatever seasoning you want on this. I did salt, pepper, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, your normal stuff. Last step, take you some onion, celery, and carrot. Put it in the turkey. If you want to, add some lemon for citrus. It helps. My turkey tip because they come in different sizes. For every 6 pounds, you're gonna cook your turkey 2 to 3 hours. It's beautifully cooked. There's nothing else to talk about. But look at this right here. Look how tender this is. This is ridiculous. Oh, they do say however long you put it in the oven should be the same time you let it rest. That's another turkey tip. You know what I mean? I just saved your Thanksgiving for the win. First thing we're gonna do is add our cooked macaroni to a bowl. If you don't know how to make macaroni by now, come on, stop. Next, we're gonna add 1 stick of melted butter. I told you plenty of times I'm here to save your Thanksgiving, right? Right. Now for the feisty part, we're gonna add 2 cups of heavy cream, 1 cup of half and half, and about 2 to 3 tablespoons of sour cream. Seasoning time, we got a little Cajun seasoning, got a little onion powder, of course that black pepper. Feel free to season this how you want it. It's up to you. For this mac, these 2 are the star of the show. You're gonna crack 2 eggs, beat them, add it to the bowl. To the eggs, I added some garlic powder because I forgot to add it when I was adding my seasoning. Here I have Munster. If you want to, you could add mozzarella, you could add Gouda, but I'm gonna add a little bit of Munster cheese right now, just a little bit, and I'm gonna save some for the top. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of sharp cheddar cheese. And we're gonna toss this around. Okay, you're gonna coat the bottom with bacon spray or butter. Just gonna add your mixture to the bottom. If you want to get feisty, stop halfway through, add some cheese on top, okay, fill her on up. So we got the recipe with no egg, with flour. Now we have a recipe with egg, no flour. So hey, I got you. So we're gonna bake this in the oven on 350 to 375 until the cheese gets nice and golden brown. That mustard and that cheddar gonna do it every time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Get in there. Look at that cheesiness. Look at that right there. It's the endless cheese pool. Mac and cheese with egg for the win. One of the most intimidating things for the holiday, I'm gonna show you how to make it right now. Easy and simple. You see how I just made that? Hey, let's just get straight to this. You see how I made that? I just added some turkey wings and some turkey necks to the pot, followed by them onions. Of course, I got a little garlic in here. We're gonna add some fresh garlic, some seasoning salt, some pepper. You don't have to add this, but about 2 to 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Last but not least, some chicken broth. Let me break down what we just did. All we did was added smoked meat and some broth, and we're just trying to boil it. Like, this is nothing major. We're gonna use this as flavor for the next thing. Smoked turkey necks, the smoked turkey tails, the smoked wings, whatever. That helps with the flavor. This is your broth. This is your water. This is your everything. Okay, go ahead and cover this with a top, and we're gonna let this cook for about 1.5 hours to 2 hours. I soak them as a leaf first, and then I rinse them. After I rinse them, I cut them, and then I soak them again. And this process should take 2 to 3 hours. You should be soaking it for 1 hour as a whole leaf, cut it, and then soak it again. That should be 2 hours. We call this, folks, collard greens. We ain't gonna talk about just how the turkey look. This was 2 hours of the turkey cooking. Now you wanna add your greens to the pot. Keep this in mind. If I can do it, you can do it. This is completely optional, but I used to see my mom put a little bit of vegetable oil in it. Last part of the seasonings. I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic powder, some crushed red pepper flakes, a little bit of hot sauce. This right here is key. You have to have a little bit of sugar. I turn my pot back to medium, and we're gonna cook it for another 30 minutes. This bad boy ready to go. Oh yeah. This bad boy full of flavor is screaming holiday. What else do you want? Guys, I promise you, this is the easiest collard greens you're ever gonna make in your life for the win. This recipe I'm about to show you, it's perfect for the holidays, and it's free. Let's get it. We just put 2 cups of sugar in the bowl. Now we're gonna do a 1/4 cup of flour. I don't want you to get lost. I don't want you to get a headache. We're keeping it simple. Let's go ahead and stir this bad boy. See how I'm spinning it? I'm out here like a real chef. We're gonna set this to the side and work on our wet ingredients. We're doing 3 eggs. can't wait till I get like a big production team or a big team so I can get my ideas out. You know how back in Blue Schools they used to say little handy dandy notebook?
We need our handy dandy
Notebook.
I want to say my little handy dandy mixer. While we're mixing the eggs, we're gonna slowly add 4 tablespoons of melted butter and make sure it's not hot. Now grandma adding that buttermilk. Just put a cup of buttermilk in here. Now we're gonna add a little bit of vanilla. Then backdoor with butter extract. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of nutmeg. Go ahead and mix this together. And the reason why I mix the flour and the sugar, because we don't want the flour to lump up in this mix. All right, let's go ahead and introduce this to the bowl. You're gonna take your pie crust and put it in the dish. This is good enough for 2 pies. I'm just doing 1 pie. Add your mixture in the pie crust. I promise you it's gonna lock up. We have flour and eggs. Come on. I'm gonna put this bad boy in the oven on 350 for 30 to 45 minutes or until the pie is golden brown. And then the rest is history. I know you want to see it locked up. I know you want to see the finishing product, but just like the movies and just like the TV shows, I'm gonna do a part 2. But you have grandma's free buttermilk pie for the win. First thing we're gonna do is boil these sweet potatoes for 20 to 30 minutes. Once you can stick a fork in it like this, you know it's time to take them out. You're gonna let your sweet potatoes cool down. Then you're gonna peel the skin off, and then you're gonna add it to a bowl. Before we get super feisty, we're gonna mash it down as much as we can with a fork. This is the feisty part. Anytime you see me bring this out, step back. Go. Get in there. And you're gonna mix this real good. I have 1 cup of melted butter, which is about 2 sticks of butter melted. Now you wanna do a teaspoon of nutmeg. We're gonna do a teaspoon of cinnamon. Remember, you should have all this stuff. We already made a peach cobbler, right? Right. Now you're gonna add 2 cups of sugar. You're gonna add a pinch of salt. Then you're gonna mix this bad boy together. Now we're gonna add 4 eggs, but you're gonna add them 1 at a time. Right. Once you add your egg, you're gonna beat it for about 10 seconds. Now we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of flour. We're not done. Add your 4th cup of buttermilk, teaspoon of vanilla extract, and a teaspoon of lemon extract. Now we mix it and finish the product. Get you some frozen pie crust and just put your filling in the middle. When people eat sweet potato pie and they be like, oh my God, it's so good. What you put in that? That part in your mouth is that lemon extract or fresh lemon juice. Come on, you gotta trust me on this. You gotta trust me on this. I have my oven set on 350. We're gonna bake it for an hour or until the middle gets stiff. Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that right there. Remember, lemon extract is key. This is for sure DTW dessert table worthy. And we got sweet potato pie for the win. We're gonna make the impossible possible. I've shown you this recipe before, but we're gonna do it a little different. Add you a full stick of butter, melt it to the bottom of the baking dish. We're getting feisty. We got 1 cup of biscuit mix, 1 cup of milk. We're gonna combine it and mix it. Quick side story, I get a call from my dad. He says, have you made this yet? I said, yeah, but he said, have you made it this way? Said, oh, okay, with the secret recipe. Pops coming through with the recipe. Just put 2 cans of peaches in a baking dish. If you wanna drain 1 can, cool. If you wanna drain both, not cool. Now we're gonna sprinkle half a cup of sugar all over the peaches. We're still in feisty mode. Add you some cinnamon. Told you this before. What is a peach cobbler without nutmeg? Nothing. Gotta add a little bit of nutmeg, just a little bit. You ain't gotta go crazy like I do. You telling me this is not easy? Butter, peaches, sugar, spices, that's all we got right here. That's it. I'm about to hit infinity feisty mode, and I'm gonna put a little bit of vanilla in there. He didn't say put vanilla, but I'm putting vanilla. I love the flavor of vanilla. Vanilla's gonna set it off. He didn't put it in his recipe, but you know, I'm his son. I just make it a little bit better. Take your biscuit mix and just pour it on top. That's it. What we have here is now it makes sense. It's impossible that it crushed up. How the hell? There's no way. There's no way this is gonna have crust. I got my oven set on 375. And we're gonna put it in the oven. We just made the impossible possible. Oh yeah. Let's see if my pop's on or something. That crust gag. We just made the impossible peach cobbler possible for the win. If I can remember correctly, my grandma's the only person that made this recipe, and I think she only made it once. She's gonna take some bread and cut it in 4. Let me tell you the cheat code for this. Stale bread. That simple. At least a day. Make sure the bread is eggy. I got brioche bread. You can use any bread. I wonder what it tastes like with croissant. We're gonna coat our bread in some butter. Let's set this to the side and work on our pudding. We're gonna go crazy with the eggs. We're gonna add 4. I know. I say I don't like eggs, but as long as I don't taste the egg, we're fine. Just put a pinch of salt in. You gotta beat these for a long time, at least 3 to 5 minutes. Now we add our milk. 1 cup of sugar. Remember, this is our pudding. A little bit at a time. I remember she put a little cinnamon, put that vanilla extract. Let's mix this together. Man, it smells so good. Take your juice and evenly spread it amongst the bread. Take some cinnamon and sugar and sprinkle it all over the bread. Let's put this bad boy in the oven on 350 for about 30 to 45 minutes. While we wait, let's work on our sauce. Here I have a whole cup of heavy cream and half a cup of whole milk. I got my skillet on medium-high heat. Now we're gonna add half a cup of sugar. Now I'm gonna add a pinch of salt, some vanilla extract. Let's turn our sauce down. We're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Just keep turning this until you get all the clumps out of there. So once the clumps started melting down, I put it in the measuring cup and I'm gonna hit it with a fork just like this. Just to secure the bag to make sure there ain't no clumps in here. Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and see what we got. The reason why I left the bread edges was because I like that crisp and that buttery taste. Now let's drizzle some sauce on top. That's what you call bread pudding right there. You see that? You see that right there? The longer it sits, it's gonna stiffen up too. Grab my bread pudding for the win. And you could have made it like this.